Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with our weekend advice reading for the weekend of the 15th, 16th, and 17th, 2019. So let's have a look at what the energies are for us during this time, what we need to know about them to use them for our highest good. Since we are looking at energies, these will play out very differently for everyone, so just keep it in mind. And of course, happy birthday to everyone celebrating their birthday on the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th. Happy birthday. My birthday's on the 15th, so that would be tomorrow since I'm recording this on the 14th. And we'll be pulling 3 cards towards the end of the video. Okay, one for the 15th, one for the 16th, and one for the 17th. And that would serve as advice for all the birthday boys and girls, right? So the cards that we have for this weekend, let's see, we have the King of Cups, we have the Ace of Wands in the center of our spread, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. We also have the Manatee. Accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. Along with the Polar Bear. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectively and compassionately with no attachment to outcome. Okay. So I feel like with the Ace of Wands here, there may be almost like a spike in energy. It feels like, that's what it feels like. It feels like a spike in energy, a spike in our motivation. Like, I do want to do this, or I will do this, or I do want this. Us getting very passionate or very fired up about a situation. With the Ace of Wands here, not so much with the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, but there might be some tension, okay? Because we have a message to accept the situation for what it is as opposed to, you know, fighting to try to change it. And the Polar Bear asking us to stand up for ourselves with compassion, be true to ourselves, and just speak our truth, okay? Not necessarily manipulate or try to get something out of a situation. With the King of Cups here, the King of Cups can be someone who knows how to read people. He can, for that reason, sometimes come up as someone who is manipulative, especially if he's coming up reverse in a reading, but we're not doing reversals for the dailies because we're looking at energies, okay? So I feel like that's why he's coming up with the Polar Bear, saying have no attachment to the outcome. This is saying be true to yourself, speak with kindness, with compassion, without trying to, you know, scheme necessarily to have an end goal in mind when we start talking. It's just about opening up, being honest, being compassionate, speaking our truth. Maybe someone else is all fired up and saying, hey, let's do this, or this is what I want, and then we don't want the same thing. And again, we have to be compassionate, respectful of their feelings, but just say, well, no, the situation is I don't want the same thing. With compassion, with kindness, say, this is what it is. Let's not argue over this and let's not fight. It's not going to change anything. All right? I also feel like we may feel kind of swept away, or we may feel overwhelmed either by our own passion, someone else's passion, an idea, a conversation and how it makes us feel. Maybe someone else is speaking their truth to us. And maybe we don't necessarily agree with it, and that's why with the manatee there might be a time, a moment when we think, you know what, no, that's wrong, and I'm going to prove it to you. And that's where the Ace of Wands comes in, where in the moment we get fired up. But then with the Knight of Pentacles, this is saying, you know what, take a breath, slow it down, put your feet back on the earth, and realize that, you know what, everyone's entitled to feel the way they feel, to think the way they think, to want what they want. And just because someone else thinks something, even if it's about us, doesn't mean that defines us. Okay, so just because someone else has a different opinion or a different plan or a different way of doing things, it doesn't mean that we have to have a reaction to that. You know, doesn't mean we have to let them overwhelm us or let them push us or push our buttons. It just means it is what it is. They want what they want, we want what we want. Have respect for one another and move on. But that's what it feels like, okay, for this weekend. This might even be conflicting energies and attitudes within ourselves. It doesn't have to be about another person. It could be that, you know, we want to do completely different things one day, and we are pretty much having a bit of a fight with ourselves of what to do, what not to do, how to do this, and you know what I mean? So the conflict can be an inner conflict, absolutely. And again, if the situation is overwhelming, we're reminded to just take a deep breath, go back to who we are, what we want. Some things we can change, some things we cannot. I do get the sense that if it's something that has been going on and on and on and on, then the message there is there's no point in getting angry over it. That's not going to change anything. It is what it is. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Especially if we feel like we've tried everything and it's still not working. And again, that could be an attitude, an idea, a relationship, a job, a partnership of any other kind. Especially if we feel like we've tried everything and it always ends up the same, then that's not one of the things that we can fight to change. That's one of the things that maybe we have to accept as is and decide, can I work around this? Can I put up with this? Can I accept this? Or should I just let it go and change course? All right, so it's those kinds of conversations we may be having during this time, either with ourselves or with other people. So let's see how this energy plays out. You know, let me know. It's definitely interesting. But let me know how it plays out for you and what this is about for you. We might be trying something, because yesterday we had that energy of cycles that are trying to repeat themselves. So maybe this is that moment when we think, you know what, let's try again, maybe this time is different. And during this weekend we have a conversation or a realization or whatever that, you know what, we can't change this. It will always be what it is. And maybe that's how we get closure from a situation. Alternatively, there's an energy of, you know what, let something flow. Maybe it can change, but not the way we think it should. So just give it room. Let it be what it is, basically. And maybe that's a different approach to try. I hope that makes sense. It's a bit of an interesting message. So let's see. For the birthday boys and girls. For the 15th, your birthday on the 15th, there we go. For your birthday on the 16th, there you go. And for your birthday on the 17th, oh, that one, there you go. Right. So even if it's not your birthday, but you feel drawn to these cards, or you feel like they strike a chord within you, then that also applies to you, okay, and how you receive the message. So let's see. For birthday on the 15th, I am worth loving. I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. So pause the video, really look at the card, really take the messages in, because it's a direct message. So however you take it to heart, however you understand it, that's your message. For birthday on the 16th, I balance my masculine and feminine sides. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. And for your birthday on the 17th, I claim my own power and I lovingly create my own reality. I ask for more understanding so that I may knowingly and lovingly shape my world and my experiences. Okay, so for everyone celebrating your birthday, remember to do something nice for yourself. Give yourself a little bit of an extra treat. Be extra nice to yourself. Make a wish, eat some cake, whatever makes you happy. Let's have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye for now.